you have a choice in this life, and it's where you'll get value from. Yeah. So where will you get that value from? For example, let's say you're a girl. Okay, I'm speaking to the girls. You can get value from boys, right? You can get how you feel and your self-worth from what they think about you and what number they give you out of 10. You can get that, and that is the default reaction, because you can look at this world and say, whatever you think about me, that's what I'm going to take on. That's what I'm going to sit inside my heart, and that's who I am. And I'm going to get that rule me, and I'm going to let that dictate the choices that I make. I'm going to let that make me think of how much I can do in this life, and how good, and whether I'm going to be a wife, and whether anyone's going to love me. And I'm going to let you dictate the way I feel about me. You can do that, and you know what will happen? You'll be like a glass bottle, fragile, and it'll be just like dropped. And not only would it be carelessly dropped, you'll be laughed at and scorned, and you can be ridiculed, and that's why like we as Christians believe that with sexuality and sex, that there's a special place, and it's for somebody that you committed the rest of your life to, because you're not protected around other people that can just use you and abuse you. But what I want to say to you, and for the guys, that there's something really special about you that's unique and individual, and you can try and get that by how strong you are, how fast you are, how people, what they think of you, or you can get that from somebody that thinks you're special, somebody that's bigger than your whole situation. And you know, through my whole journey, I was 19 and I started to try and figure out who God was and what that was all about. And for me, that was the one thing I came back to. It was that God is the source of my value. Right? Okay, does that make sense? God is the source of my value. And what does the Bible say that God is to us? He says that He's a father, right? And it says in the Bible that He gave His only Son. I'm going to talk about that later in the week, but I want you to think about what it means to have a father. And I want you to think about the times when you're alone and that nobody's there, and you're sitting alone in your room, and you might be thinking that nobody cares or no one's thinking about you, and you might be crying and wondering what's going on. And I'm sure that some of you have gone through that, and some of you will go through that, and it's going to be really hard if you think that nobody is there. And I came to the belief that there was truly someone there, and it wasn't something that I just wanted to believe, it was something that was true, and it was something that I was denying the whole time. And that there's somebody that wants to speak to you, and someone that loves you and cares about you more than you care about yourself. And he thinks, girls, that you are beautiful, that you're special, and that there's no one else like you in the whole world. And he will think about your beauty and look at you and just delight to see you and who you are and your heart and everything that's in you, everything that you are, and it's cherished and protected and never to be made fun of. You are special. You're special, and you're loved, beautiful, and precious. And the young men, you have a purpose, and you are a man. Even though you're young, whatever age you are a man. And I believe that your God is proud of you. And whenever you're alone and something's going on, that voice is the one that is trying to speak to you, to let you know that and remind you so you don't make bad decisions, and just to say you are special and I love you and I'm proud of you. And there's no one else like you. So I want to leave you with that. And there's a beautiful Bible verse that reminds me of this promise when I think about it. And it says in Psalm 139, it says, "When I sit down and when I stand up, you are there. If I take the wings of the morning and go to the furthest parts of the world, or if I go down deep into the ocean, that I couldn't escape from you, oh God." It says this. It says I couldn't escape from you. I praise you because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and my soul knows very well. And so it's talking about knowing that there is a God, and that He is the one that created you, and that He sees everything that you do and loves you and thinks about you. I want to leave you with that promise, and I want to thank you for being with me here today. It's been a really cool time with you here today. I look forward to the next couple of days with you. You're special people, and I'm glad. Thank you.